relationship with Steph that makes him to go above Michael Jordan, y'all smoking something. You can stop that right there.
What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. And my Eagles happen to be the topic of discussion, and I do not like it. I'm about to unleash on the A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts saga. Make sure you guys get in here. You are not going to want to miss this. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's go. All right, guys. So before we react to what First Take had to say about my Philadelphia Eagles, let me give you guys my spew on this. I am 100% on A.J. Brown's side because when I see A.J., what do I see? I see passion. I see commitment. I see dedication. And this guy works his ass off. And I'm not trying to take away from Jalen Hurts, but all this babying Jalen Hurts, and just because he's a black quarterback, because I'm going to call it like I see it, Jalen Hurts is protected because most people are afraid to criticize a black athlete doing anything, especially a black man. Really, I hate to go here, guys, but this is just the truth. They don't want to be looked at as a racist person. And if you're black and you're talking about another black person, you're a sellout. So guess what? Jalen Hurts is allowed to go week by week by week, giving subpar play. He is being a mailman. He is literally being carried. Now I get it. New offensive coordinator, new scheme. Saquon Barkley does make a difference, but we will not be able to beat any Minnesota Vikings, Tampa Bay Buccaneers already have our number. God forbid we meet them anywhere in the playoffs. Green Bay seems to be young, thriving, and itchy and ready to take us off of the face of the earth. We don't even want to get into the discussions of freaking the Detroit Lions. Okay, like, we just straight up have things to fix. You got so many opposing things going on. Even before this blow up, Nick Sirianni trying to keep his job, so every win that he gets cools down that hot seat. So he actually should be held more responsible. And I like Nick Sirianni, but Nick Sirianni is a lame duck coach. They hired him to control him. He cannot go in like a Bill Belichick and bench anybody and tell these guys to calm the F down and act like grown men. Okay. Now that I got that out of my system, you guys already know this is about to be a very intense video. Shout out to Philly Nation, Philadelphia fans, Eagles group, all of that stuff. Y'all see what I'm rocking with over here. Die-hard Eagles fan, but I started making videos and then I stopped making videos on the Eagles because I'm that superstitious. The more I don't talk about the Eagles, the more we win. Well, it just so happens I have no choice but to talk about my Eagles. Now, let's get into this debacle of what happened Sunday and why I am choosing A.J. Brown's side. Starting with Brandon Graham, who came out and criticized A.J. Brown. And I don't want to really play the whole video. I'll play a snippet because I just got so much to talk about, guys. I won't play the whole video, but I will play enough for you guys to just grasp the concept. All right, I'll play the whole video. Fuck it.
Person that's complaining need to be accountable. And I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he noticed. I don't know the whole story, but I know that one is trying. And I mean, 11 could be a little better with how he responds to things. And they was friends before this. It's like, man, but things have changed. And I understand that because life happens. But it's the business side that we have to make sure that we don't let the personal get in the way of the business. It's like a lot of stuff, most of the time, it's just a conversation that just need to be had. But the person with the problem gotta want to talk to the person other than us.
Okay, guys, so I'll tell you straight up, man, I have no problem with Brandon Graham coming out, but don't just choose one person. Obviously, I'm not in the locker room. They both seem to have tension with one another. Oh my goodness, I see Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens all over again. And the thing about Donovan McNabb, I gotta say, probably one of Philly's best quarterbacks. I think he's by far better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has regressed, and everybody's trying to beat up on A.J. Brown. Well, y'all run y'all ass out there. Y'all run all those 30, 40-yard routes and bust y'all lungs up play after play after play, and you wide open, and this guy can't pick up a damn defense and starts to throw the ball out or take a sack or do the simple check down. I mean, the guy, A.J. Brown, is wide the freak open, okay? Wide the freak open. And I want you guys to just look at these plays that I'm going to show you guys, well, as we react to Stephen A. Smith. They're going to show you guys, man, that this guy is known to be a diva. What wide receiver isn't? He reminds me so much of Terrell Owens because of his passion. And the media is only nice to Jalen Hurts because he quotes the Bible. He says these quotes. He's cool as a cucumber. And it makes people take it easy on him. It's very smart what Jalen Hurts does, but he can't get over on Philly fans for too long, because once we figure your ass out, we are going to call you out. And that's exactly why I'm proud of A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts, he's beaten Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts also isn't he isn't asked to carry his team. Josh Allen puts on that cape. Lamar Jackson puts on that cape. And Patrick Mahomes damn sure puts on that cape. Do you honestly think that if you swapped Jalen Hurts out with any of those quarterbacks and they came to Philly, seriously, like, there is no excuse. Oh, I've heard everything. They try to say, well, we have Saquon, we running the ball. Okay, so are the Ravens. They're literally, number 3 or 4 in passing. We are 28, 29? Like, damn near last. It makes no sense. Jalen Hurts is afraid to throw the ball. He lost his confidence. Let me digress. Calm down and play the video.
I thought it was, Molly, we addressed this yesterday, and D.O. disagreed with me, but I thought it was foul that A.J. said what he said, because when he said we need to fix his passing, there's only one guy that throws the ball. That's the quarterback. So people are going to automatically assume you're taking a shot at the quarterback.
Now, how else was A.J. Brown going to get this message across? Clearly, I don't know what Kellen Moore is doing, right? I don't know. I mean, apparently he was brought over to enhance the passing game. I have seen nothing. I know that they tried it in the beginning, but this comes down to skill. Jalen Hurts has regressed in my opinion. I'm hoping that he can prove me wrong in Sunday's game against the Steelers. But if I'm A.J. Brown and I've been biting my tongue, think about this, guys, since the bye. That's when things changed, since the bye. Now, I get it. He said, okay, I'll suck it up because I want Saquon Barkley to genuinely thrive in this offense. But A.J. Brown knows in the long run that when they clamp down and stop that run, you have to have that passing game already developed or in rhythm. And the Eagles have not been doing that, okay? I can beat my chest and say 11-2, but if it does not give us the best chance possible to win a Super Bowl, I don't give a fuck about an 11-2 record. I will be okay with being, right, from this point, seriously. Give me 11-6. If those 6 losses came from just us working on the passing game and we still can maintain a second seed, I'm okay with that, because at least we're learning through our mistakes.
This, you go behind closed doors. I've always been like this. I'm not going to show the quarterback up. He's not going to show me up. If I got a problem with you, you have a problem with me. I think as adults, as men, we can get into a room and we can handle it behind closed doors. Amen. There don't need to be a shouting match on the sideline. There don't need to be something that needs to be addressed in it.
Now, what I will say, guys, is it's kind of hard to put AJ and Jalen Hurts in the same room because they fell out last season. We saw the leak reports, guys. I mean, something happened in the locker room that they don't want to talk about yet. I hope that it comes out one day. But you guys remember the guy, what's the name, Carlton, the guy Carlton, the morning football show or whatever. He actually leaked that something happened in that locker room that would separate any group of men. Okay, keep that in mind. So whatever happened in the locker room will cause any group of men to want to physically harm each other had to be something drastic. In my opinion, I think that is involving a woman. You're rich, you're young, could be over women. I mean, these men make multi-millions of dollars and share the same 6 women. I don't understand. But anyway, I don't think that A.J. Brown is trying to be the reason that the locker room falls apart. So he's biting his tongue the best he can, and he just could not take it. That's literally 60 minutes of football, and you got, I think he had, 40-some yards, 60 yards? What is that? What is that? When this guy has literally been wide open several plays, 7 plays I saw minimum. Like, I can't blame A.J. Brown. He needs to light a fire under this quarterback because he's too cool for school. Now, Jalen Hurts played phenomenal 2022, but you're always going to be your most hungry when you're trying to get to that goal, okay? Get rich or die trying, right? When you're trying to make that first album, you're going to put your heart and soul in it because it's more struggle, it's more passion. It has to work. Jalen Hurts, I believe, had that same type of Super Bowl run where it had to work. He had to literally every second, every possession, every play had to be crisp, on point. And you don't see that anymore because he got paid. He linked up with Jordan. He's hanging out with LeBron. Hulu commercials. Yeah, hey, man, adjusting to fame is a mother, right? I understand that. But at the end of the day, man, you got some guys who are still dedicated to football. And this is a coach's son. So if anything, he should accept the criticism to be better. Just because you are the quarterback doesn't mean that you get to just willy-nilly all over the place and nobody can say anything about you. Shit just don't work like that. Now, if A.J. Brown was wrong in being a diva, I would easily say, hey, man, A.J. Brown, you need to chill out. But watching this guy keep calm, trying his best to be a team player, man, and he just couldn't take it no more. Everybody has those breaking points. And that's why I disagree with Shannon Sharp. I get it, you're old school, man, but this is a new era, okay? You can't hide anything nowadays. So I don't blame A.J. Brown for what he did. He's a captain, and sometimes leaders lead in different ways. That's okay.
He has, now I don't know how much is in the locker room since he's gotten that injury, but I thought he was speaking from a point of, like, I'm in the locker room and I see things. Now, should he have said what he said? Absolutely not, because he poured gasoline already on a 5-alarm fire. He made it worse than it absolutely was. I don't know why he would ever expand on what was said on Sunday. There was no need to, because the situation was already pretty bad. Now he just made it worse. And I understand, Philly, how does he make everybody around the world unhear what Brandon Graham said? He doesn't. It can't. That's why I'm saying, guys, a lot of times, I'm just old school. I just believe that as men, being in the locker room with a common goal, I like to think we have a common goal, we can figure this out. Tell me what I need, Jalen. Jalen, tell me what you need from me. I'm going to tell you what I need from you, and we're going to figure this out.
Shannon Sharp, you also have to keep in mind the time and era that you played in. Now, I get it. Football hasn't changed that much, but these athletes have a different mindset. And guess what? Social media wasn't the way it is now. I mean, I'm sure, man, God said all kind of stuff back in your time, but it was more when the media wasn't woke. The media wasn't sensitive. Okay? What A.J. Brown said should easily bounce off your ears and you keep going. Honestly, like, it shouldn't even be world news. But we live in such a soft-ass time now. You can't critique these players. You got to worry about race baiters. You got to worry about this color, that color. It's just like, bro, like, let's just tell the truth. A.J. Brown answered a question. They asked him what needs to improve. We have eyes. For those who cannot see, okay, A.J. Brown was wide open several times. And that is very frustrating, especially when you're playing against a team, the Carolina Panthers, who are 4th in a draft this year. They're picking 4th in a draft this year. You can't blame this man. Like, I'm sorry. Y'all can take it how y'all want. But the truth of the matter is everybody tiptoes around Jalen Hurts because of his community service. He's pro-black. I get it. And everybody wants to be uncomfortable. But I feel like A.J. Brown is a disruptor with a purpose. Everybody's not going to have the personality Jalen Hurts has. Everybody isn't going to have the personality A.J. Brown has. But I feel like, yes, you could have handled it in the locker room, but I'm kind of with the smoke. I want you to be put on Front Street for that horrendous playing football that you did Sunday. Okay, I want the world to know, hey, you need to be better. Kellen Moore needs to be better. Nick Sirianni, everybody needs to be better, including myself. And I don't even think that A.J. Brown is saying it just for himself. Him and Smitty have a legit brotherly relationship. Jalen Hurts is literally, supposedly, A.J. Brown's daughter's godfather. I mean, so for this guy to come out and throw that jab, I mean, and for Brandon Graham to turn around and say that they used to be friends, something has happened. I mean, something has happened because you can kind of see like they're trying to patch something up, but I don't know, man. Like, maybe somebody needs a change of scenery. Okay, so y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Let's keep going.
What happens, Stephen A. Saturday, and you know this, when we win a ball game and you start to complain, people will label you as selfish because they say, oh, you want your stats. We won the game. I thought the most important thing was to win, and it is. And so it's hard to complain when you win. Had they lost the game, you know what? A.J. Brown says, hey, we got to get better in the passing game. I've got to do a better job of getting open. Devontae got to do a better job of getting open. It's the offensive line got to do a better job of blocking, and I know one's going to do his job. But when you just say passing and we won the game, it puts the onus on the quarterback, and that's not a good look.
I disagree, Shannon Sharp. You are wrong to me. This guy can only take so damn much, man. And you saying like if you're winning, but AJ Brown knows what it takes. He's been to the AFC Championship with the Tennessee Titans. Okay, he's been there, right? Or is it the second round? Either way go, he's been there. Then he turns around, come to Philly, makes an immediate impact. Jalen Hurts lobbied for him to get there, right? He went on the Super Bowl run. He knows that in order to beat that dude in Arrowhead, you got to throw that ball. And I'm here for you. And I'm willing to be that guy to catch those balls. But I got to get myself going. I can't be out here just blocking. I'm not a tight end. Okay? Now, do I mind blocking? No. But when you're spreading the ball and you seem competent, when I see my boy Smitty getting a touchdown or receiving, I mean, him and Smitty are barely getting yards. I think A.J. Brown is the 42nd targeted wide receiver in the National Football League. That's insane. You literally have a dream team. Give me Josh Allen. I'm not even playing, bro. Bring Tom Brady. How old is Tom Brady? Bring Tom Brady from the booth. I guarantee you Tom Brady will execute this offense. Jalen Hurts we can't be trying to hold his hand. Oh, our quarterback did this. Yeah, but they don't have your weapons, and they still beat that ass. They still beat that ass in the Super Bowl because of your fumble, Jalen Hurts, and a bonehead defensive play. Okay? So A.J. Brown already knows that, man, guys, like, I'm not just in this for the money and the fame. I actually love football. He reminds me so much of Terrell Owens. I watched that show. What's the guy named? Big Seals National Football Show in Philadelphia. He keeps it real. He calls A.J. Brown A.J. Owens, but, hey, big, physical, emotional. God just loves the game.
If you're the media watching this, Brandon Graham is on a radio show.
Right.
Think about what kind of town Philadelphia is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Think about if you come across as somebody who's timid or less than forthcoming about direct questions that are aimed in your direction and the kind of effect that can have on you. Now, that may be a bit selfish because that's about you rather than about the team. So you're absolutely right on that part as well. But I think that has to be taken into consideration because when you're on a live mic in front of an audience and they ask you a direct question, if you come across as less than forthcoming or dare I say even a bit phony, that's something that's going to hurt you, all right? Sometimes they think about that. So let's get that.
I got to say, man, Philly, it's a reason that this team, man, they're always going to be around that playoff bubble, man, because the city of Philly, man, I wish, I mean, if you're a Philly fan or if you've been in Philly to the Link or Xfinity Live or the Wells Fargo Center, like you know, okay? Like I stay here in Dallas, Texas. I've been to Cowboys games. I've been in this city. Everybody loves the Cowboys, but man, dude, like Philly it's an animal. Like I'm not making this up. I think Buffalo, I think Philly, maybe Pittsburgh, New Orleans can be rowdy. But I gotta say, man, that Philly fan base gotta be number one for most craziest. So even the football players, even when they want to take their days off, they know. I gotta say Detroit too, because they be wilding. But Philly fans put that pressure on the players, bro. You gonna have to play, or you gonna they really be ready to kill these guys, man. I'm not even joking, man. But he is making a valid point there. That's all I'm saying.
For this, things have changed. You have to be be savvier than that because you talk about that more than anyone. That's a personal relationship and a strife.
Now, I did just tell y'all that something happened last season now where it was reported something happened that would divide any group of men. So I'll let y'all ponder on that. But ever since that has happened, I noticed that things have been trying to like repatch themselves or patch themselves back together. Okay, that's just something that I've noticed.
AJ is where we got to get to because last year he had 106 receptions. In 10 games this year, Shannon, he's got 48. His production has.
Good offense, man. Don't give me this bullshit that it's because of Saquon Barkley when you see Sonic and Knuckles over there in Detroit, right, doing their thing, and Jared Goff is putting up massive passing numbers. Don't give me that bullshit when I just saw what this team did in the Super Bowl and we did not have a Saquon Barkley. And we still had a Pro Bowl running back the last 2 years. Next.
When your production is dropping. Say what? I'm sorry. He's been nicked.
Look at this, y'all. Look at this.
I know that, but what I'm saying to
Do
you,
y'all see AJ Brown here? Now imagine you look at where the line of scrimmage is and look where AJ gets to in seconds. Now imagine doing this all game for the hell of you, basically just working out. What you do today, man? Nothing, just went and worked out because I didn't catch shit. Like, I can't blame AJ Brown. It's just maddening. Just look at it.
he knows the kind of relationship
Sad.
he once had with the quarterback. And
Look at
so
this.
If we can't
Look
sit
at this.
here in the same breath
Oh
and
my
talk
God.
about a wide
Oh my
receiver,
God.
specifically them,
Wide open
being
every.
prima donnas
Oh my
kind of
God.
individuals that they are, and think that's not gonna rear its head.
Oh my
once your
God, look at
numbers
this.
have dropped off precipitously. Because let me tell you something about Philadelphia, and that's
Wide
I'm
open.
an expert on. I can promise you this: they ain't just looking at the fact that he was nicked. They're like, yo, man, it ain't the same. It ain't the same. We ain't seeing what we saw before. And so when you think about it, and I'm talking about what he hears,
Sure.
and how that may have affected him. That plays a role.
I guarantee you this. For all y'all Eagles fans, because I'm in the Philly fan group, and I speak my mind. I think all of us Philly fans speak our mind because we're very passionate. But you guys can say what y'all want about Saquon, but Saquon is getting those yards because they have to account for A.J. Brown and vice versa. Now, when A.J. Brown was injured, the whole offense looked different. You guys can sustain. The impact would be very different if Saquon Barkley gets injured, of course, or if he has to be sidelined temporarily throughout the game, right? But I'm telling you this, without this beast lined up in wide receiver, like, our offense does not look the same. So be thankful that this guy is upright and calling shit out the way that it should be called out. Some guys don't want to take the political way. I gotta admit, I am not a politically correct guy all the time. I have a lot of like rogueness to my personality. Like, I'm pretty blunt. If I'm frustrated, I will calmly tell you how I feel, but it's going to be brutally honest. Now, it may be insensitive, may be less empathetic, but guess what? It's not going to be disrespectful. It's just the truth. And I learned a long time ago from my grandma. The truth don't care about nobody's feelings, whether you're a boy or girl or whether you white or black. The truth is going to deliver itself regardless. So all y'all and y'all feelings about what this man did, if we win the Super Bowl, thank A.J. Brown for what he did in that moment. Just thank him, for real.
Can't excuse the kind of stuff that they're revealing, and you've got to be a better teammate than that. But in the end, they're going like this. What we're doing right now, looking at Detroit, looking at KC, looking at Buffalo, looking at some of these other teams, we're not going to get it done. Even though we're winning games, we're not going to beat those guys when it counts doing what we're doing right now.
At all.
They might have handled it wrong, and I'm down with y'all with that. But I don't think it was just cats sounding off. I think they're sounding an alarm because they're more concerned about themselves than we realize. Bingo.
Who would have thought that Stephen A. Smith would have the most sense on set right now? You got Jeff Saturday, Shannon Sharp trying to blame A.J. Brown. Like, A.J. Brown is looking at the horizon. He's looking at the field. Like, we got to play Detroit. We got to match their intensity. Okay? Our QB1 is underperforming. He's being carried. The same way that Jalen Hurts gets all the praise, he can get his ass criticized. And I got 2 Jalen Hurts jerseys. Literally. Ain't wore them all season, though. Ain't wore them all season. I wore my T.O. jersey, my Jeremiah Trotter jersey for now, okay? But, nah. I mean, at this point, I might pull out the Carson Wentz jersey, man. I still got love for Wentz because he wouldn't have put Nick Foles in a position without the phenomenal season he had. And I'm not mad at him no more, okay? But Jalen Hurts, man, like, I think it's more so of the world we live in now that, like, you see it on sports shows. They don't criticize Jalen Hurts like they do Lamar Jackson. They don't. Let me guess. Jalen Hurts took his team to the Super Bowl, so he's already proven. No, he proven that he can go. He hasn't proven that he can win it. Okay, and I get it. It's most important to just be in the Super Bowl sometimes, or to make it there, or to be around there. But you can't waste this year. Okay, you can't waste this year. Right? The Dallas Cowboys are down. I doubt we want to see Jaden McDaniels 3 times. I mean, we freaking beat him the first time. They got to come to us, and if we see him in the playoffs, I mean, it's enough. You know, maybe they catch fire and beat us. Right? The New York Giants are shelling themselves, and you know, Minnesota Vikings can potentially be a wild card easily. I mean, they have the same record that we have, so it's either we get this thing in check, win out best we can, and put ourselves in position to get the 1 seed. And I think that's what A.J. Brown is looking at. He has to stay out on the forefront. He has to be able to keep projecting. And he's also a captain. Just because he lines up and plays football, he also has to do what's in best interest for the offense as well. It can't always be on Jalen Hurts. They literally bring in different personalities because it's hard for Jalen Hurts to rally the guys. That is a thing. Literally, they got on him in the offseason for that. When it's time to lead, you know, so you saw Tom Brady like fiery, like edgy. You just don't see that in Jalen Hurts, man. And hopefully he can figure this shit out because, quite frankly, I'm kind of out on Jalen Hurts. I hope that he can somehow win me back. That's what I'm hoping. But I don't have the confidence that I had in Jalen Hurts. And the thing is, he's so inconsistent, but he's good. He's a solid player. I mean, he wins. By any means necessary, he wins, and you want that in your quarterback. He has great leadership intangibles. That's what got him the starting job, and of course his play. But man, like, the game grows, man. You gotta adapt. You gotta make your teammates feel involved. We have Dallas Goedert out here. He don't get all the yards he should. He's a dominant tight end. We literally have a Heisman Trophy winner on the other side of A.J. Brown. Come on, man. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, this is a quarterback's dream. This is quarterback paradise. You got the fan base. You got the love, the support, the talent. Jalen Hurts. Hey, man, play ball, because in Philly, they will replace you. They will let you walk like they did Carson Wentz. Yeah, you may have money. You may have all of that, but you don't want to look back and say, damn, I wish I would have took advantage in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you just got engaged, got a baby on the way. Kudos to you, man. Congratulations, man. But A.J. Brown didn't do anything wrong, and I appreciate Stephen A. Smith for calling this out. So you guys tell me what y'all think. I know I said a mouthful. As you guys can see, my true passion, besides sports, I love my Eagles. Like, no, guys, I'm not even playing. Like, I wish y'all could see, like, my wall and shit right here. I love the Eagles. So let me know what y'all think about this. If you're a Philly fan, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Or if you like football or any sports in general, subscribe to Charge the Game podcast, because it's where it's at. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.